Welcome back. Today's video is going to be an update on my 2024 project pan. In case you missed it, this is my first ever project pan. I picked out 24 products that I'm wanting to pan for 2024, and so we're just going to jump into the update. We're going to start with the only foundation that I have in my project pan, and that is the Chanel Le Beige Water Fresh Tint. And I am so happy that I put this in my project pan because I'm remembering that I actually really love this foundation. At first I thought maybe it didn't give me quite enough coverage, but actually after using it, I've found that I can build it up a little bit. It can give me great coverage. It always looks good on my skin. It works well with everything that I've paired it with, and I look forward to using it every day. I also only put one blush in my project pan. I put this in here because it's going to expire soon, and I want to just make sure that I use it before I have to toss it. And I use this blush every single day that I wore blush, and when I went to weigh it, there was no difference in the grams. So it's probably going to take me all year to work through this one blush. When I was picking lip products for my project pan, I wanted to make sure it was a color that I would feel comfortable with wearing every single day, and that would also go well with a lip liner that I also included in my project pan, which is why I went with Charlie from Roen. And I've worn this multiple times, and yet when I weighed it, it still didn't go down in weight. So this is going to be another product that I'm going to be using a lot of, which is fine because I really like it. Next we have the Pixi Eye Bright Liner. This is one of those liners you put on your waterline to make you look like more awake and your eyes look bigger. And this is how much product I have left, and it's quite a bit. When I weighed this also didn't go down, but you use so little that's really not surprising. So again, several months of using this product left. Since these are the same product, just different shades, we're going to talk about them together. I have one in Wild Violet and one in Brazilianaire, and this is the Beauty Pie eyeshadow pencil. I put these in my project pan because they were getting kind of old and they were kind of drying out. And when I did use them over the month, I found that it was really hard to work with them. I'm going to try and use them again in March just to see if I can make them work, but they're pretty dry, so next month might be the last month that I try to use these before I declutter them. I currently have two mascaras in my project pan. This one is from Caliray. It's the Come Hell or High Water. I put this in my project pan because it was expiring and because I didn't think I really liked it, but I didn't want to throw it away. However, after using it for a month, I actually really love this mascara. I think I just didn't give it time to like mature before I started using it, and I've been reaching for this every single day and I really like it, so much so that I might actually buy it again. The other mascara that I have in my project pan is this little sample size of the Bad Gal Bang. This is definitely a more in-your-face, very voluminous, almost kind of like clumpy, like rocker girl mascara, and that's just not the vibe that I typically go for these days. So I only wore this one time over the last month, but I'm going to continue to wear it until it is completely dry. Moving on to skincare, I have this Tatcha the Rice Wash. I thought I was going to be able to use this all in February, but I didn't. I did put a pretty good dent in it, but I definitely have probably a couple more weeks of using this before it'll be empty. This is a hyaluronic acid serum, which is from Dermstore. It is actually a dupe for the Skin Medica HA5. Like if you look into the ingredients, they're practically the same. And I really love this product, but for some reason I don't grab for it as much as I thought I would. I've really been going for like more hydrating toners. However, I have used quite a bit of this, and I think this is probably going to last closer to like 2 more months before I'm able to empty this. We have 3 moisturizers to talk about. The first is this Drunk Elephant Bora Barrier Repair Cream. This is just a cute little sample size. I was really hoping that I wasn't going to like this and that I would just use this up just to get done with it. However, I love this moisturizer. It is just really great, and I'm kind of saving it now. Like I don't want to use it up, which is counterintuitive to doing a project pan, but I really enjoy it. And if you're looking for like a barrier repairing moisturizer, I highly recommend picking this one up. Now this moisturizer is the Caudalie Premier Cru The Rich Cream, and this is a very rich moisturizer, and I knew that going into the project, so I thought I would be using this as my night cream. However, my skin has not been as dry as I thought it would be for February. And even this is just too rich for my skin. Like, I can't use it even as a night cream, so I think I might have to like transition this into like a super expensive fancy body lotion. We have yet another moisturizer to talk about. This is the Belif, the True Cream Moisturizing Balm. I put this in my project pan thinking that I would be going to this as my like go-to moisturizer since it's the winter. However, as I mentioned, my skin is just not as dry as it normally is. It's just a little bit more oily and more acne prone. And so during the day, this is just too heavy, especially when paired with an SPF. So I've transitioned this into my night moisturizer. So it's going to take me a little while to work through this, like a really, really long time based on how much I was able to use over February. So we'll be seeing this in the project pan for many months to come. We have another little sample from Caudalie. This is the Instant Detox Mask, and I absolutely love this mask. And I thought I'd be able to get through this in just a month, especially since I've been breaking out a lot and I've actually been using this every single week. However, there's actually quite a bit in this tube and you don't really need a lot, especially since I only like spot use it. I don't put it all over my face. I would say I probably have another month of uses of this Instant Detox Mask. We absolutely have to talk about the Skin Medica HA5 Smooth and Plump Lip System. So it is one product with two steps. So the first step is a smooth step and the second step is a plump step. And let me tell you, this plumped my lips like no other. Like, my lips looked great. They looked very juicy and full. However, I had a red ring around my mouth and that is just not cute. So I want to try to figure out how I can use these. Like, if I put them on like several hours before I do my makeup, then maybe the red ring will be gone. So I'm going to try to use March to make these work. Otherwise, these will be on the chopping block and going in the declutter bin. We have one more lip product. This is the Caress Lip Oil, and it is a plumping product. It's not as like plumping as the last one we talked about, but it definitely still like leaves a tingle on your lips. So I only use this one time, so it's going to take me a very long time to work through this as well. Now we're going to talk about some of the products that I actually didn't use during the month. And the first one is going to be this little primer from Benefit. This is like a little sample size of their POREfessional, you know, their standard primer. And I didn't use this, not because I don't like it, it's just I forget about it. A lot of times I use skincare as my primer, so I don't think to reach for this, but I'm definitely going to try to use this in March because it's so small. It shouldn't take me that long. I also did not use this NYX concealer. I was going to use it as potentially like a foundation or just use it as a concealer, but I've been loving the Chanel so much that I just haven't been reaching for this, and there's a lot in here and it just takes the tiniest little bit. So this is definitely going to take me a lot longer to pan than I thought. I'm putting these two products together even though they're not the same. We have the e.l.f. brow pencil and then we have the Kosas like brow gel. And I just haven't been doing anything with my brows. I'm letting them grow back in. I'm not like plucking them or having them waxed because I'm trying to like reconfigure the shape of my brows and I'm just not feeling the brow makeup. So I didn't use these. We'll see if I change my mind in March, but who knows. This one's kind of a funny story. After I filmed my initial Project Pan video, I misplaced this. Like, I couldn't find it anywhere, and I literally found it like 2 days ago. So I haven't used it, but I will be using it next month because it's the only lip liner in my Project Pan. On to skincare products that I didn't use. This is the Belif Aqua Balm Jelly Cleanser. I thought that I was going to have worked through the Tatcha cleanser, which is why I put this one in the Project Pan. However, I still have a couple weeks of the Tatcha cleanser, so once that is emptied, then I'll move on to this one. This is another product that I didn't use during the month of February. It is the Kosas Dream Beam SPF. This does not play very well with others. Like, it doesn't layer very well under certain makeup products, and so it makes me not want to use it unless I'm just wearing it by itself. And there's also just other SPFs that I like better, but I have dedicated myself. I will be using this during the month of March. I don't care. I'm just going to use it up. Next, we're going to talk about the products that I managed to empty during the last month. And you may be like, Holly, that's all the products. How is there anything? No, there's one product. There's one product that I managed to pan, and that is this Paula's Choice Omega Complex Moisturizer. Now, to be fair, it was pretty empty when I started, but I did finish it, so it counts. Okay, now we're just going to wrap things up. So of the 24 products that I have in my Project Pan, I used 17 of those products, but I only emptied one product. And that's been really eye-opening because now I see how long it's going to take me to use all these products. So I think I have a very ambitious project pan for 2024. Now, I know I had mentioned in my first video that this is going to be a rolling project pan, but I didn't put in another product after emptying the moisturizer. And what I realized is that I think I'm going to do it like category. So I'm not going to put in another product for the moisturizer that I emptied because I have 3 other moisturizers that I'm working through. So we're going to be flexible and we're going to adapt this as sees fit. I want to know if you are doing a project pan, if you like these videos, if you have any suggestions for how I can improve it, that would be great as well. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. And until next time, bye.